Welcome to Community Builders Show. My name's Nurse Phill, founder of Support Worker Hub, and really glad to have you all aboard. Today, we've got a really interesting guest. His name's Antoni, and I'll get him to explain to you what he does and everything like that today. So, welcome, Antoni. Thank you for coming on the show.
Oh, thanks for having me.
So, what is a short-term accommodation? What is that?
Sure. So I'll briefly run you through what the NDIS consider short-term accommodation to be,
Yes.
And it's pretty straightforward. So the NDIS define short-term accommodation, or STA, or respite, as it's formally known as funding for support and accommodation for a short-term stay away from a person's usual home and away from a person's usual caregivers or informal supports. So usually parents or guardian. It covers the costs of accommodation, of meals, of support workers, and usually transport and activities. Some providers will tell you otherwise, but it's usually dependent on the agreement between the provider and the participant and or their plan nominee. What we do is we work in tandem with capacity building providers like OTs, primarily OTs, but also exercise physios, behaviour support practitioners, speechies, to really provide a really tailored, personalised experience for participants, so it's a lot more comfortable for them. The notion of respite or short-term accommodation is a lot more comfortable for them. So that's our specialty. We really want to provide participants with the ability to build upon their skills. So when the day comes where they have to move into a group home or an ILO option or social housing, that they have the skills.
How long does it take a participant to gain those skills? Because I'd say if you're in your home for, say, like 30 years and you've got elderly parents and they've done everything for you, is 28 days enough? Definitely not,
Phil. Yeah. And I guess that's a multifaceted
I know it's a big question. Yeah, I know.
I can break it down into two or a few components. It's very hard, as you said, for people who are living at home and, have everything done for them or have limited responsibility, because obviously families love their children. They want to do as much as they can for them,
Yes.
So naturally it's a jarring experience. So we actually have one participant who sort of falls into that category, and they are staying with us now. And they initially, when they came, again, found it very jarring. We wanted the person to do their own washing, and we supported them in a way and in a mode of communication that was effective for them, because we had known the participant prior through community access supports that we also provide. So we would utilize the knowledge that we had about the participant to be able to transition them and really engage them in that. And now, believe it or not, the person's doing their own ironing.
Wow.
Yeah, they're directing the service as they require. That's exactly what we want for our guys,